Hi! Welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will telling about the horrifying experiment, how evil scientists turned humans into brainless nerves. Before continue, I request you to subscribe our channel and press on the bell icon button for new videos notifications on time. Imagine being stripped of your flesh, leaving only your brain and nerves exposed. Imagine feeling every sensation of pain, fear, and despair as you are subjected to a cruel and inhumane experiment. Imagine being unable to escape, communicate, or even die. This is the nightmare scenario that some evil scientists have inflicted on innocent human beings in the name of science. In this article, we will explore some of the most horrific examples of scientific experiments that have turned humans into brainless nerves. We will also examine the ethical implications and consequences of such experiments and why they should never be repeated. One of the most notorious cases of evil scientists conducting experiments on humans was the Nazi regime during World War II. The Nazis performed a variety of brutal and barbaric experiments on prisoners in concentration camps, often without anesthesia or consent. Some of these experiments involved freezing, burning, infecting, poisoning, mutilating, and dissecting human subjects. One of the most gruesome experiments was conducted by Dr. Sigmund Rascher at Dachau concentration camp. Rascher was interested in studying the effects of high altitude on the human body. He placed prisoners in a low-pressure chamber and simulated rapid ascent and descent. Many prisoners died from lack of oxygen, brain damage, or internal bleeding. Some prisoners had their skulls opened to expose their brains while they were still alive. Another horrific experiment was conducted by Dr. Joseph Mengele at Auschwitz concentration camp. Mengele was obsessed with twins and genetic research. He performed various experiments on twins, such as injecting them with chemicals, diseases, or foreign substances, sewing them together to create conjoined twins, or removing their organs or limbs. Many twins died from infection, shock, or blood loss. Some twins had their nervous systems severed to create paralysis or numbness. Another case of evil scientists conducting experiments on humans was the Soviet Union during the Cold War era. The Soviets were engaged in a race with the United States to develop biological and chemical weapons, as well as advanced medical techniques. They performed many experiments on prisoners, soldiers, civilians, and animals, often violating international laws and human rights. One of the most disturbing experiments was conducted by Dr. Vladimir Demikhov at Moscow's Institute of Surgery. Demikhov was a pioneer in organ transplantation and vascular surgery. He performed various experiments on dogs, such as transplanting heads, hearts, lungs, or limbs from one dog to another. He also attempted to create a two-headed dog by grafting the head and forelegs of a puppy onto the neck of an adult dog. Another horrifying experiment was conducted by Dr. Sergei Brukhonenko at the Institute of Experimental Physiology and Therapy. Brukhonenko was interested in studying the effects of artificial blood circulation on the brain. He developed a device called the autojector, which could pump blood through an isolated organ or body part. He used this device to keep severed dog heads alive for several hours after decapitation. Although most countries have adopted ethical codes and regulations for human experimentation, some evil scientists still conduct experiments on humans in secret or in violation of the law. Some of these experiments involve genetic engineering, cybernetics, mind control, or torture. One of the most recent examples of evil scientists conducting experiments on humans was the case of He Jiankui in China. He was a biophysicist who claimed to have created the world's first gene-edited babies in 2018. He used a technique called CRISPR-Cas9 to alter the DNA of two embryos to make them resistant to HIV infection. He then implanted these embryos into a woman who gave birth to twin girls. Another shocking example of evil scientists conducting experiments on humans was the case of Jose Delgado in Spain and the United States. He was a neuroscientist who developed a device called the stimoceiver, which could stimulate or inhibit brain activity using radio waves. He used this device to control the behavior and emotions of animals and humans, such as bulls, monkeys, cats, dogs, and patients with mental disorders. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and give feedback.